Hello and welcome back to These Blind Eyes 6580. I just recorded a podcast, but I gotta edit it, but it'll be coming up probably tomorrow. I'll probably get that done. It's with Donald Mearis, and it's gonna be Didn't See That One Coming 7. In the meantime, if you're into rap music, you can check out his YouTube channel. It is D''MEARIS. Check him out. A friend of mine wanted me to do a video and explain, she's blind, and she wants me to explain the kettlebell swing because you can get a good workout from it. So, first thing I'm going to do is explain the different kinds of swings. There's 3 kinds. I think 2 of them are worthless. The Russian swing and the American swing I think are pretty worthless, but I'm still going to explain it because it'll help pinpoint the one that I think is best. First thing I'm going to do is, while I'm doing that, is explain the two-handed swing. Now, you can do a two-handed swing if your kettlebell's too heavy for you to handle with one hand. However, the best workout you're going to get is the one-handed swings. So, the way a kettlebell is shaped, for those who cannot see, it's basically a ball of metal or whatever the weight is that they made it out of, and it's got a handle on top. Now, the handle is curved, but it kind of has corners at the top. Like over the top of the handle is rounded, but if you're feeling up under, you can feel a little crease on each side at the top where it's kind of cornered a little bit. Those are called the horns. So when you're doing a two-handed swing, you got one hand on each horn. And if you've watched my squat video, I talked about just past shoulder width with your stance for squats. You want wider than that for this because you're going to be letting the kettlebell swing between your legs. And in case you're worried, as long as you keep your arms straight, you're not going to hit yourself in the crotch. So my legs are pretty wide apart. There's no real way for me to explain how far apart they are. This is something you're going to have to get a feel for when you do it. So the first swing I'm going to do is the Russian swing. And as I said, I'm picking it up by the horns, the kettlebell, and it's just, my arms are straight. So what I'm going to do is when I squat down, like before I go to squat, I'm going to kind of bump my hips a little bit to get the ball to swing, the kettlebell to swing. But as soon as I pop the hips to get it to swing out front, I'm going to squat down and let it go under me. And what I'm doing is, I don't know any other way than the crude way to explain this for people who can't see. When you squat down, the kettlebell is going to swing between your legs. Now, you're not using your arms and shoulders on a Russian swing, other than just holding onto the kettlebell. What you're doing when you're standing up is popping your hips forward, kind of like a sexual motion. Sorry, but that's the best way to explain it. And so, as I'm doing this, I am not using my arms or shoulders to try to take the ball any higher. The ball's only going as high as it will with my hip thrust. That's it. Now, an American swing, you are using arms and shoulders. Exact same position, you're still holding the horns. I can't demonstrate it for those who can see because the ceiling's too low and I'll crack the ceiling with the kettlebell. But the difference is you're taking it all the way up to where it's in the same position as if you did an overhead press. that is an American swing. And like I said, I think they're just about as worthless as the Russian swings. I mean, for me, they are. You can still get a good workout doing them, I guess. But, so the reason I felt it necessary to explain those is because the one that most people do, I don't know what it's called, but it's in the middle. You're not just bumping your hips, and you're not taking it all the way over your head. You're taking it about eye level. You're taking it about eye level. So you are using arms and shoulders a little bit with this. But when you squat down, then pop the hips and swing it up to where it is eye level. All right. Now, the trick's going to be the single hand, because you alternate with one kettlebell. You're not using two kettlebells. You're alternating with your hands. You're still grabbing the kettlebell by its horns. And so when you swing it up and it's at eye level, there is a point in which right before it starts to come back down, the kettlebell is perfectly weightless. I don't care if the kettlebell weighs 1 pound. I don't care if it weighs 1,000 pounds. If you can swing it up to the eye level like that, right before it starts to come back down, it is weightless. It's just kind of hanging there. And it's just a split second. That is when you will change hands. That's when you will go from your right hand to your left hand and vice versa. So right now, I've got it. I'm swinging up, switching hands. Swinging up, switching hands. Swinging up, switching hands. And so on. Like I said, it sounds a lot freakier than what it actually is. Like doing the hand change on it. It is not a big deal. If you're listening to this and you're thinking that sounds crazy, it's not. Because you're not letting go of it. You're not letting go of it. There's just that split second. If you have it in your right hand, there's that split second where you reach up with your left, and while you're taking it with your left, you're letting go with your right. And then it's the same thing. When you swing your left up, there's that point in time where it's kind of weightless. You're still hanging on to it with your left, but you reach up with your right and grab the handle and let go with your left. And it's already swinging back down. You're going back down into your squat. And it's not a perfect squat like if you had a barbell on your shoulders. You are bending down at the waist some, but you don't want to be nothing but the waist. You're bending at the waist just so it swings between your legs and you're not cracking yourself in the crotch. But it's start off with the Russian swings so you get the feel of the swing as far as how you have to bend at the waist. So once again with the Russian swing, and you can do alternating grips, alternating hands with the Russian swing as well. Like for what I'm doing now, just demonstrating again, I'm doing the two-handed one. But Russian swing again, I'm squatting down, popping the hips. Squatting down, just popping the hips. Pop the hips. Pop the hips. Do that first so you get the feel of what it's like to swing it between your legs. Then do the alternating hands with the Russian swing, just to get the feel for it. Once you do that, it's not going to be a big deal to go eye level with the kettlebell. And as far as weight, if you're a guy, start off with the 16 kilogram kettlebell. If you have one, that's 36 pounds. That's not that heavy, because this is a full body workout. Keep that in mind. It's not like you're sitting and doing bicep curls or something with it, you know. So even if you're just starting, 16K really isn't that bad, you know. It's almost too light for me, even if I am just starting out and haven't done kettlebell swings in a long time. You know, and if you're a female, test it out a little bit. If you don't have your own kettlebells and this is something you want to do, go to a place like Dick's Sporting Goods and see what they feel like. You know, the 10 pounds and 20 pounds. You're not going to want to go below 10 pounds, I wouldn't think. But then again, I don't know your physical situation. You might. But the workout is an insane workout. It's a 10-minute workout. So you set your timer for 10 minutes and you do as many alternating hand, eye level kettlebell swings as you can in that 10 minutes. A good score is going to be around 200 swings. So that's going to be 100 with each arm. So that's roughly 20 swings every minute. That does not sound like much, but I am telling you, it will smoke you. So if I didn't explain this well enough for you, and you need further details or explanations about something, whether it's position or what, hit me up and let me know. It's littlemb6580@gmail.com. Until next time, y'all take care.